All right, we're following breaking news right now. We're going to listen to FOP President Brian Still giving us an update on two Mifflin Township police officers who were shot this evening. We heard that from the FOP, and we do know that multiple law enforcement agencies were on the scene, which happened at Agler and Purdue just before 7 o'clock this evening. Now, we know that the two officers involved in the shooting were taken to Grant Medical Center, and we do not know their conditions right now. We're hoping that FOP President Brian Still will be able to enlighten us on that and give us some more information. But what we do know is that there were also two Columbus police officers who are said to be in stable condition after crashing their cruiser on the way to this call. So let's listen in to Brian Still. He's about to speak.
Is everyone good?
Jeff, you good?
You tell me when we're all good to go.
Yep.
All right, so my name's Brian Steele, B-R-I-A-N-S-T-E-E-L. I'm the president of Fraternal Order Police, Capital City Lodge 9. With me is Vice President Pete Casuccio of FOP Lodge 9 and State Secretary Travis Parker that's down here supporting us today. This is not the first time I've stood in front of the media in front of this hospital, which does amazing work, but this never gets easier. There are two officers that were shot today, two officers in Mifflin Township that were doing their job. They were conducting traffic enforcement and they stopped a car. At some point there was a confrontation. One officer was shot, brought here in stable condition. One officer was shot. He is in critical condition. That officer is right now on an OR, literally with his chest cracked. He is fighting for his life. This is the dangers we face daily. The irony of this, at 6:30, I was talking to one of your news agencies about Morrow County, talking about the attack on the American peace officer, how the cops are sick of it, the community is sick of it. This has to stop. We have to get a control on crime. The good news is we have one individual in custody. There's another individual that the officers believe they have surrounded. They are waiting for more a high technology machine to come down from our federal department, from Cleveland, to see if he's in the house. They're 99% sure this is the individual. I'm waiting to confirm it, but the individual that they think they have that tried to kill our officer is a felon, a violent offender who's out on our streets. It looks like he got arrested a year ago for F1 crimes, felonious assault, having a weapon. And what do we do in this county? We kick them back on the street and put them on community control. This is ridiculous. You have a gun, you rape somebody, you kill a kid, you beat your wife, you need locked up and you need to stay locked up.
So just to be clear, one suspect in custody and one
is in custody, one they think they have. They're just waiting for this machine to come down to say this is absolutely him in this house. It's technology which I can't even begin to explain. Our federal law enforcement officers have some technology that we don't have. When a cop gets shot, everybody comes. There's cops in this hospital right now from Newark, Zanesville. We heard feds from Indianapolis were coming to help. Everybody comes to help. I don't care if you're a department with 10,000 cops or a department with one cop. In for a pound, in for a penny, we take care of each other on this job.
Brian, this is the second police shooting in several days. I mean, that's got to have law enforcement on it right now.
100% does. We'll look at Morrow County. If you're deemed you shot too fast, you go to prison. We have 4 officers right now literally indicted for murder, for shooting, right? If you wait too long, you get shot and killed. This job is one of the most impossible jobs. Easiest job in the world for people who don't do it. Those of us who wake up, we put on a gun, we put on a badge. Very unforgiving job, very dangerous job. And today is a perfect example of something, a routine traffic stop, which there is no routine, just becomes an officer, 2 officers shot. Our brother deputy in Morrow County, a routine domestic violence call. As a police officer, I've been to 1,000 of them. 9 out of 10 times they work out great. There is no routine. An officer up there is killed. Cincinnati 2 weeks ago, what happened? An officer was run down, literally murdered for the badge he wears. Every man and every woman of law enforcement, it's on their mind right now, and rightfully so.
Are both officers here, Grant?
Both are here.
Where is the suspect? What house? Where's the house?
It's on the northeast side. There's a lot. If you know how it works up there, Mifflin, Clinton County jurisdiction, CPD jurisdiction, I don't even know if the investigators quite know what address is which. When you go to that northeast side of town, you could be standing in Columbus, this house could be Mifflin, and this house could be Clinton. I think they're trying to work that out. The traffic stop that this started was an area of Purdue and Mecca, which is on the northeast side.
And the procession was this morning for the Morrow County deputy. What are the emotions you're feeling today with this ending this way?
Yeah, I saw it. I was on the way to drive one of my kids to the babysitter when the the procession went through. I thought my day was started off a little rough today. The kids were kind of crying. I stepped on a Lego. I'm thinking, man, I'm having a terrible morning. Then I see one of our brothers being escorted in a procession. I thought, you know what? Today's a good day. I'm breathing, and that's on every officer's mind right now.
What can you tell us about the two officers who were injured, and also if you have any words about the CPD officers who were injured?
Yeah. So the CPD officers I know personally. Out of the two officers in Mifflin Township, I know one personally. I just talked to him a couple weeks ago, and we were just kind of talking about the job, talking about the similarities between 5th Precinct, where I came up working, to Mifflin. It's all the same area. It's so hard to talk about this and not get emotional, because I say, as cops, I don't have to personally know you. I am you. You are me. We do the same exact job. So it impacts us all the same. When the officer in trouble call went out, the officer down, when I tell you hundreds of cops respond, and 2 officers were in an accident trying to get to him. So we went and talked to them. We thanked them for doing the best they could to try to get there. We thanked them for staying alive themselves. They feel terrible that they were taken out of the fight and not able to go help their brother because they got an accident, but they are going to be okay.
Their condition is
They are treated and released.
And who's handling the investigation of the shooting?
So it's my understanding as of right now, it's a Franklin County Sheriff's Office. If that changes to BCI, that'll be something later. Maybe BCI might help. Not 100% sure. I just know right now I talked to Franklin County investigators, and at least as of about 20 minutes ago, they were the lead.
Does anybody from the Sheriff's Department, the CPD, or Mifflin Township coming up to speak?
I do not know. Sheriff Bolden was here. I saw them. Attorney General Dave Yost, he came here to visit the officer. He's up there with the family too. I don't know if they'll come out. It's been my experience with individuals like Sheriff Baldwin, with Attorney General. They want to come in, just speak to the family, support the officers, and leave. They may or may not. The chief of Mifflin is here. He's obviously trying to coordinate with the scene. He's running with Chief Jones back in Mifflin Township, and he's also taking care of the family. At some point, he knows I'm coming out. He welcomed me coming out. At some point, he may. Also very emotional for him. He's the chief of this town. He's very good friends with the officers that also got injured.
How's the family doing? Have you been able to speak to them?
I've not. I just introduced myself. We offered support. When this happens, there's a lot of organizations that start showing up. You'll start seeing the Ohio Police Officers Family Association. They'll show up. It's more just introducing, this is who this is, this is who this is what we're doing for you. Nobody is alone up there right now.
One police officer being shot is obviously, I think, it's a tragedy, but 2, I mean, in one instance, and that's got to be heartbreaking.
Yeah, I mean, listen, we've had instances where multiple cops were shot in this country at one. You never know. One minute you're pulling over a car that you think is a simple traffic violation. The next thing is someone is running and now shooting at you. Again, there is no routine in police work. I will follow up. Hopefully, I'm going to come out again and say, hey, we have one in custody. Hopefully, this individual peacefully surrenders. You've heard me say before, if he doesn't peacefully surrender, that's completely on him. We will always respond to someone's reactions.
The ones in custody, one is being sought.
Yes, one's in custody right now. One is being sought.
Do you consider him to be a danger?
100%. 100%. When you shoot a cop, and some people ask what makes cops different than anybody else. It's what a cop represents. A cop represents society. If you're willing to fire and be so brazen and bold to shoot a cop, you'll shoot anybody. You'll shoot your teacher. You'll shoot clergy. There's nobody safe. And that's why it's such a heinous crime to shoot a cop. Yeah, I appreciate you guys. Appreciate your patience. I'll try my best to come out and update you. All right. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Appreciate you.
Multiple law enforcement agencies out there, because FOP President Brian Still mentioned that this is a brotherhood, and he said a brotherhood of officers coming to the rescue of other officers in trouble, especially on the heels of the Morrow County Sheriff's deputy who was killed in a shooting. So what was the feel out there when all those different law enforcement agencies were out there coming to the aid of their brothers?
I think just to what you said, it really shows the brotherhood and how when there is an officer in trouble call, they will respond to that. And we've seen, you know, as we were driving to the scene, we saw a huge scene on Westerville Road. When we got here, cruisers just continued to keep showing up at the scene. Part of this road was actually blocked off for a short time as they were all just working to determine what exactly was going on and where they were needed.
It is interesting that, you know, they are all there, and at Grant as well, you know, a lot of officers there. At this point, we are working to get more information about this. Carly Dion has that information. We'll hear from her a little later and on 10 TV News at 11 as well. Now, this, of course, is a rapidly developing situation, so we're going to wrap up everything we know here. What we know is that 2 Mifflin Township police officers were shot around 6:30 this evening. That is according to the local Fraternal Order of Police President Brian Steele. He says one person is in custody and authorities are searching for a second person, and that person should be considered dangerous. And we are told that there is a house currently surrounded that they believe that second suspect could be in, but they have not confirmed that as of yet. Tonight, we do know one of the officers is in critical condition. We are learning new details by the minute. So as we learn more about this, we will keep you posted. We'll bring you that information both on air and online. So make sure to download the 10 TV News app so you can get those updates sent right to your phone. And we'll also have live team coverage tonight, as I mentioned, on 10 TV News at 11.
How y'all doing? All right.
Hello.
What happened?
2 officers were shot.
Over here?
Mm-hmm.
Lord have mercy. This is pretty safe for a long time. God bless y'all.
Okay, got it. They're going to keep our shot up as we wait for an update from the sheriff, but they're going to cut our audio for now. So, just so you know.
Do we even know if they're going to get
Yeah, they said they would send a detective over as soon as one's available. And closer. All right.
Let me know when you're ready.
All right, just give us 1 second.
Senator, you ready?
You can do that.
Okay.
Hey.
Okay.
What's that?
We're good. We're good.
Hi, I'm Sheriff Dallas Baldwin, Franklin County. Tonight at 6:45 p.m., 2 Mifflin Township officers conducted a traffic stop in the area of Purdue and Mecca Drive. At about 4 minutes after that, after they engaged with the driver of the car, passenger bailed out and began running, at which time they started hearing on the radio. As they're pursuing the passenger, he suddenly turned and opened fire unprovoked on both officers. One officer was hit, or both were hit. One is in critical condition. The second officer is in stable condition. Suspect got away, and lots of support came in. We had Columbus responded, Franklin County responded, State Patrol, numerous agencies. Driver was cooperative, took him into custody. He since has been released. We do have information on the suspect. He's currently on the run. He is armed and dangerous. His description is a male black, approximately 30 years old, 6 foot tall, wearing a gray shirt and camo pants. And at this time, that's about all the information we have. We have been requested from Franklin County to do the investigation per Mifflin Township Chief Dave Briggs. So we are conducting the investigation in conjunction with the Bureau of Criminal Identification, BCI, who will do the crime scene part of the investigation.
Is the driver a suspect, or I know you
No.
said that you released that person?
The driver was totally cooperative and is not considered a suspect at this time. The passenger is our suspect.
So just one person that
Yes.
you're looking for? Okay.
Yes,
Do you know
correct.
if that person is nearby over off of Woodland Ave somewhere?
We do not know where his location right now. The last time anybody saw him was as he fled from the scene after shooting both officers.
And sir, you said it happened unprovoked, and where did you base that on? Which information?
We have video of the shooting, and you can clearly see that the passenger gets out, and as he runs, the officers go after him. He just turns and suddenly opens fire on both of them and shoots both of them.
Did you recover a handgun by chance?
I'm sorry?
Have you recovered a weapon or a gun?
There has been a weapon recovered, but we're not sure that that is the weapon that was used.
What was the traffic stop for initially?
I don't have that information.
How upsetting is it to you that this is now the second incident where an officer was shot in law enforcement?
It just drives home. 2 days after a deputy was shot and killed, it just drives home to everybody the dangers that officers and deputies face every day. This was just a simple traffic stop, and unknown why that the passenger got out and just suddenly turned and opened fire. But it just shows the dangers that our guys face every day.
Do you know the suspect's name by chance?
I'm sorry, sir.
Do you have the suspect's name by chance?
I'm kidding for the noise back here.
Do you have the suspect's name?
We have information on him. We're trying to verify it and make sure. We can't release it yet. We're hoping to have that verified and file charges very quickly. Once we do that, we'll release all the information.
Should people be worried about their safety in a certain area?
If you're in the area of Mecca and Purdue, yes, if you see somebody who matches that description in a gray shirt with a hoodie, camo pants, yes, I would be. Don't approach them. Call 911. Get hold of the police right away. Just be safe. Don't try to approach anybody with that description.
How are the officers doing? Do you have any more information?
The last I received is one is critical. I believe he may be in surgery. One is stable, and that's all I've received recently.
Weird question. I don't know if you can answer. Do sheriff's deputies wear like the bulletproof vest? I'm sorry, Mifflin Township. Do they wear the vests?
I would almost every law enforcement officer who's actually out doing enforcement action wears a bulletproof vest. Yes.
Do you know if the helicopter was able to assist at all in tracking down?
We had the Columbus helicopter, was a great assistance tonight. They covered the area, but as of this time, we don't have the suspect.
Do you plan to keep this scene up as long as you're still searching for that suspect?
To a point. Right now, the crime scene investigators are doing their part. It's still a loose scene, still in progress. but at some point we'll clear the scene, but we'll keep people looking for the suspect.
Regarding the driver, was he cooperative right at the moment, or did he flee the scene and later was able to be arrested?
From what I know, he's been cooperative the entire time.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, we're good.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Thank
Appreciate
you,
it.
Sheriff.
We're at these